हेलो गाइस। सो स्टॉक का पी अगर ज्यादा है तो स्टॉक वहां से गिर जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है। कभी कभी इसका रिवर्स भी होता है। और स्टॉक का पी कम है तो स्टॉक वहां से मल्टीफोल्ड हो जाए, ऐसा नहीं है। कभी कभी स्टॉक वहां से गिर करके जीरो हो जाता है और इन्वेस्टर्स का पैसा खत्म कर देता है। सो नाउ लेट अस डिकोड द मोस्ट मिसअंडरस्टूड टॉपिक ऑफ स्टॉक इन्वेस्टिंग, दैट इज पी रेशियो। पी रेशियो का सिंपल मतलब होता है मार्केट प्राइस ऑफ अ स्टॉक डिवाइडेड बाय इट्स अर्निंग, अर्निंग पर शेयर। नाउ हाउ अर्निंग per share is calculated? It is majorly calculated by dividing net profit of the company is making by its number of shareholders. Now, what does it implies? It simply implies that how much investors are willing to pay for each rupees of its earning. So simple P ratio is market price per share divided by its EPS. Now let us see one example to calculate P ratio. Now stock when it is trading at suppose market price is 75 rupees, then you can get its EPS taking, let us in this example consider it as 3 rupees. So P ratio will be 75 by 3, that is 25. So it implies that for company making 1 rupees of earnings, investors are willing to pay rupees 25. Now P ratio are majorly of two types, trailing P and forward P. Trailing P means it is based on historical performance. Stock has already performed, and on that basis, we have calculated its P ratio. It is based on earnings, actual earnings from the past 12 months. Now, whereas for forward P, it is a forecasted earning that what company is going to earn in next 12 months. On that basis, EPS is calculated, and using that EPS, we calculate its forward P, and the formula remains same. In forward P also current market price divided by its projected EPS. So that's why it is using, we are using the term projected EPS. And most of the investors, mainly if for example I should say mutual funds or big investors are using projected EPS rather than this trailing 12-month EPS. Now why ratio matters? It matters because what you acha, let us see one more aspect. High P ratio and low P ratio. High P ratio implies there is a growth expectations, means people are expecting from that company to make bigger profits. So there is a high demand for that stock, and that's why its growth expectation is high. So that's why its P ratio is increasing. So it also indicates expected high growth rate. But there is also a risk that there might be an overvaluation. So because of it, overvaluation P ratio is increasing. Now, secondly, low P ratio. Low P ratio always seems like there is a value opportunity, or this stock is undervalued, but it is not always the chance. There are prospects that company is not doing well, so that's why that P ratio is going down. Or so investors are thinking about like there are weaker future prospects. So in that case, P ratio might be low. Now let us come to the industry wise comparison. See, हर हर इंडस्ट्री का अपना अपना पी रेशियो होता है। टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनीज का सपोज दैट एक इंडस्ट्री पी होगा 33 34। सिमिलरली फाइनेंस में हैव पी रेशियो ऑफ 15, हेल्थ केयर में हैव पी रेशियो ऑफ 25। सो every industry has its own P ratio. So while you are making a comparison of P ratio or you are calculating your P ratio, it is better to go industry wise P ratio. Means you should go for industry specific P ratios, and you can compare that stock to that particular industry P ratio, and that time you can get some meaningful evaluation. Now P ratio has its some limitations and consideration. See, company is not making any earning, so you will calculate its P and it will come negative. And how you will use that P ratio means you cannot get any meaningful impact from that P ratio. So number one, that is there is some earning mismatches. Second rate is growth rate, means you are not in P ratio. We are not using anything related to growth. Companies earning or growing at 25%, 30%. In that particular formula, market price divided by EPS, there is no factor of growth. So there it has some limitations. Other thing now, market sentiments. See, different companies may use different accounting method. In that case, calculation of P ratio or earning calculation may differ. In that case, there is also a chance of like miscalculation or misinterpretations. So now, but how we can use it wisely? See, using it as a valuation gauge is it better, but it is important that you while you are calculating P ratio, better go for median P's in that stock. You can get it. Secondly, in historical wise, if you are using compare it with industry benchmarks, in that case, it will give you some meaningful impact. Third thing, holistic analysis. You should not go only for P ratio. Better you should go for the company's cash flow statement or other matrices, for you'll get some comprehensive valuations. So now guys, next time when you see that P ratio is high, तो आप ये मत सोचना कि स्टॉक वहां से गिर जाएगा, या अगर स्टॉक का पी बहुत कम है तो इसका मतलब ये वहां से डबल हो जाएगा। थैंक यू।